Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we calculate Von Nieters Bourbon Celebrity Score. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Agley, along with our special guests, Tim Swyatt, Kathy Cole, and Von Nieters.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, so yeah, we're going to be talking.
You're going to be sorry Luke Otero is not on this.
You definitely will. Yeah, he's desperately trying to get Luke to come on right now. He's reaching out to
Becca Sue on call whenever we're ready to even that out. So don't worry.
You know that Von Nieters is calling Luke, because Luke would be. I bet you at least a 97 for Von Nieters.
Oh my God,
yeah.
97 and a half.
97 is his zero.
It's so nice. He's like, oh, you're well known, and you're just such an up and comer. I would say you're a 97.
Yeah. All the best for it.
He's so nice. It's just so damn, and it's real too. It's not fake nice. Luke is just a nice man.
He's so genuine.
Yeah. But no,
the finest heads of hair.
Yeah. Oh, and the hair.
Good hair. You know what? I think this is the key to life. If you're nice to people, you get good hair.
Yeah, that's why I don't have any hair, I guess. That makes sense. That does work there. Yeah.
I think this is the key. I will love the key. Got to start being nicer. Okay.
Okay. So it'll be fun. I can't wait to hear what you guys score Von Nieters. It's interesting. This is interesting to me. And it'll be fun. We'll let him plead his case.
For this show?
No, fuck no. No one wants this abuse.
I would never ask for this.
No one wants their bourbon celebrity score. Yeah. So no, he did not ask for this. So, yeah.
This is going to be a rough one, Von Nieters. You better get your,
listen to the other celebrity rating shows.
Support turtles out.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the top 5? Who has the top 5 highest ratings? Do you know?
Well, there are only 4.
I was going to say I don't think there's been 5.
It got
And
discontinued.
I have the ratings, but that's for on the other side of the break.
Ooh,
you know what's funny is I did a couple months ago message Steve that he needs to do updated celebrity scores on people that he's already done.
That's what got this whole thing going. That's what got it going. So we're like, okay, we're going to do one.
We'll do Von Nieters. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, you create new territory.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to see what he ends up getting, but we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Kathy said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Kathy?
It is. So I have an acquaintance, and they had in their home a spider on their wall.
Okay.
They made 15 phone calls to their significant other.
Oh, God.
While the person was out at dinner.
Okay.
Because they couldn't deal with the spider on the wall.
Okay.
This feels like a deal breaker to me.
Yes. I would say.
What is the level of emergency that your significant other needs to have in order to call you 15 times in a row?
Oh,
I thought it was not being able to kill a spider.
Dismemberment is,
You're having a heart attack. You're literally in the ER dying. That would be it. In the
Yeah.
yard dryer. No, a spider on the wall. I'm going to put the spider on a napkin and take it outside. If there's a snake on my doorstep, I'm probably going to call you and tell you I can't take the fucking dogs outside because I can't go outside. Fucking deal with this. But it's not an emergency. I'm not calling you 15 times. I'm calling you once, and you should know that one call.
What if I don't answer? So say.
So the
say,
reason there were 15 calls is because there was no answer.
no answer. So there's
Why
no
are
answer,
you
McNew.
not
How many
answering
times do you
after
call?
3?
I think McNew would call 50. If there's a
They were out
snake,
at dinner.
if McNew calls, it's a snake. They're getting the 15 calls. Yeah.
Okay, so I have questions though, because if I call 3 times, like, I'm not, like, if you tell me I'm going to dinner, I'm going to go do this thing, I'm not going to be annoying. I'm going
What
to
if
enjoy my
they
night.
forgot their phone in their
minding
car?
my own business. If you say I'm going to go do this thing, if I'm calling you more than 3 times, answer your goddamn phone because it's probably an emergency. So I feel like if this person's calling 15 times and not answering, they're probably already annoying. So
Yeah, I
Kathy.
think we can determine that that's an annoying thing.
Well,
15
to respond to your question, your second question is, what if they left their phone in their car? If they're
What?
going out to dinner and they left their phone in their car, they're doing something they probably shouldn't be doing anyways. And sorry,
Yeah.
I'm creating an alibi.
No.
nobody does that. But no, so
Okay,
my
but
thing
that's
is-
not what we're not really talking about
No.
this person's relationship.
Okay.
Because obviously it's not right.
No.
We're talking about what level of emergency. So I used to work with some people, and this guy got a phone call from his wife because the some sort of plumbing thing wouldn't stop. Like the sink broke and the water kept coming out. And he's like, well, just turn off the water source under the sink, because she didn't know how to do that.
Okay.
So
Problem, I'd expect a phone call.
Yeah, no.
That's
So
property damage.
that's the thing I would
So
call
Swyat's saying property damage, and
Property
McNew is saying heart attack,
heart
I said
attack,
dismemberment. Yeah.
dismemberment.
emergency is fair.
Yeah. I think
heart
heart
Yeah.
attack for me is don't call your spouse, call 911.
911.
Yeah, I
Well,
think.
no, but like, okay, I called 911. They're on their way, but I'm calling you to let you know as a courtesy. Hey,
As a
I'm going to
courtesy.
the hospital. I won't fucking be here. Please let the goddamn dogs out and come see me later. Like,
Huh.
pretty
Well,
practical about
I
it.
think you're not you shouldn't care about that. The dogs will be fine. They'll figure it
No,
out.
they're not going to be fine. They're babied. They're catered to. So, like, I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to be taken care of. Please go home and take care of the goddamn shit at home, so I don't have to.
But you could leave a message for that. You don't need to call 15 times. I'd call one time and leave a message. Yeah. If it's hey, I'm having a heart attack. I won't be home tonight. Take out the dogs. If I don't make it, take care. Bye.
Doesn't even need to be a phone call. Could be a text.
Yeah.
Could be a text.
Hey, I'm on my way to the hospital.
Or it could be important enough you do one of those voice texts. I think that's a case where you could do the voice.
Not
text.
listening to those. No. Honestly, I wake up.
I almost said that.
So wait, McNew, Chris voice texts you that he's going to the hospital,
Right.
and you're not going to listen?
No,
Yeah.
I don't listen to a
He's
voice
going to leave
text.
15 more.
It's all about
He's
knowing your
gonna
partner.
leave
I'm not
15
listening for a
more.
goddamn voice text. That's very inconvenient. Just text me what you want to say. So no, I woke up this morning.
But his left arm hurts.
Right.
He
His
can't
left arm
text.
hurts because he's having a heart attack. He needs to just
But
do the
he
voice
has to
thing.
text her to tell her that he's going to
gonna
text
text
her.
I woke up this morning to a text and a photo of his hand gashed open saying, I'm going to be home late. I'm at the ER. My hand got cut open at work. This man went to the fucking ER at 4 a.m. this morning because he was at work and got stitches and a tetanus shot. And he said, I'm going to be out till next week at least. I'm like, okay.
Really?
Here.
Okay. Okay. Von
But
Nieters,
if my
what?
phone
yeah.
rings at 4 a.m., it's off. I don't get those.
No, I don't turn mine off because I grew up in trauma where like my dad could have died any day of the week. So I never turned my phone off and I still don't. So
Okay.
no, my
You
mom
don't
could
set
die.
your do not disturb with your people that could break through. Like
Right.
I've got certain contacts that
Oh,
can
yeah,
break
That's
through
what you-
it all the
yeah,
time.
I've
Yeah.
got breakthroughs.
Yeah, when you got elderly parents and stuff, you got to have it set up
Yeah.
where you can take a call.
Yeah, mine was just always on because I'm like, my mom might call, my brother might, Christina might. Like, I just left it on for everybody. So, whatever.
Mine's usually just drunk Royce Neely calling me. Hey, hey,
Mine's always on.
I know. He's on the list to get through, and it's never anything other than hey, and then he doesn't remember it in the morning. So I don't even really need to talk to him.
The people that know me, though, they're like, we will not call her after 10 p.m. because we know she's going to be real fucked and really drunk or in bed. Like, they know. They know I'm not the person to call. So
you're not the one to call.
But they can come through if they need to. I'm not doing shit about it, but they can come through.
Right. Yeah. So how about you, Von Nieters? What?
Yeah, I say like serious medical condition, like something's happening, or like something's happening with the house that's like detrimental, or if one time I was out of town and I wasn't around my phone and the power went out, and it was like the middle of the summer when it was really hot out. So my wife was calling me trying to figure out what to do. But other than that, I didn't get 15 phone calls.
What about turtle emergencies? So yeah,
don't really have those.
Britches, the turtle isn't eating. What do we do? 15 calls. So.
Usually, if I'm ever gone long enough for that to be a problem, then I've been gone too long.
Okay.
The responsibility. Look at that.
I will say, when the tides have turned and the general's traveling, and I normally get the frantic phone calls at certain times, I'm just like, something's right. She's got to give a call, but I'm at a dinner, or I'm trying to work, or once it 3 times I break, I say, oh, I got to take this one. But I did, whenever she travels, I always turn the tides. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Normally she hasn't checked in to do the whole check-in call thing. I'll dial in 15, 20, 30 times just to make a point, and only for her to tell me that, oh, I never saw those calls or anything like that. I'm like, here it is.
Right.
15, 25, 30 times. You didn't need it, sir. Just to kind of level the playing field. There was no emergency, but you just didn't check in.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, I love how Tim tells this story as I see the lights turning off around him, and the general has left the building.
Yeah. Also, he's very bold. Safe. She's gone to bed. Fifth show, she's in bed.
And the timers are starting to turn the lights off.
Now he's a tough guy. Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Now I'm a tough guy. Now I can speak freely.
Yeah.
Great.
Anything can be a text. If it's an emergency, call me. So I'm like, if you call me 2 or 3 times, I might want to look into that. Otherwise, just text me. Like Chris texted me this morning. I'm at the ER. I'm going to be home late. There's nothing I could do. There's no reason for me to show up at the ER. You're just getting some goddamn stitches in a tetanus shot. No reason for you to show up. So I didn't. And, if you're having a heart attack, I need to make decisions for you. Yeah, fucking call me. But no. You know how to sign your own goddamn papers. You'll be all right.
Right.
Huh. You'll be there. The general's there to pull the plug. Yeah. Anything. You just pull the plug.
Pull the plug.
Like I grew up in a very different household. Like I had a lot of trauma, a lot of medical trauma where I'm like, another day, another hospital visit. No big deal.
Put some dirt on it.
Yeah. Kathy, you asked the question. What is your answer to this one?
I think if my pets are having distress, I need to be notified immediately.
Notified the pets.
Yes. If my pets are having distress, I need to be notified immediately. If
you're in Key West, would you want to know?
Yeah.
Of course.
Like little honey bunny just dropped over dead. Would you want to know that, or would you just I wouldn't want to know. I'd want to have my fun in Key West.
So here's my thing. If they're already dead, don't tell me. If I have a chance to save them, absolutely tell me.
Oh, no. You got to set a dollar amount with pets. Right? What are you willing to spend to save? And I want to say, if it's more than the cost of like a cat.
Like a new cat?
It's like 50,
like 60 if it's more than the cost of a replacement.
$60.
Like $60. I'm willing to go up to $60 to fix the thing. But more than that, yeah. Like my buddy gets his dog, and he eats a Pyrex dish that they break, and then eats the whole thing because there's brownies in there. It was like $3,000. I'm like, whew. That would have been fatal at the Akeley house. Yeah.
My thing always is, are they going to come out better than they went in? So I'm a quality of life person. So if I can have surgery for my dog and they're going to come out just as good as they were, okay, great, let's do it.
$3,000?
Struggling, I put them down. I'm not doing it. I'm not letting them have a struggling life afterwards. We're not doing it.
Right. Well,
I agree.
That dog's gonna have a struggling life if I spent $3,000 on it. I know that. Yeah. Oh, it better be a
And
good
dog
damn
food's
dog
getting
after that.
downgraded.
Yeah. No shit. Oh, $3,000. Horrible.
You're going from steak to Iams or whatever that cheap ass brand is.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. What else, Kathy?
Well, I think the plumbing thing would bother me. I
plumbing.
want to know.
Toilet's clogged. Hey, I'm watching your house. I just clogged the toilet. I'm going to call you.
Well, if you're watching my house and clog the toilet, then just plunge it.
No, I don't really like to plunge, so I'll just start using the other one.
I don't have another one. There's
You only got one.
bathroom
You
in
only
my
got one
house.
bathroom there.
Yeah,
That's what the sink's for. The
Flamingo
coffee
Lane.
maker.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
No, but plumbing turns into more than plumbing. So if it floods,
I'd shit in the shower then. I would shit in Kathy's shower.
The bathtub.
Yeah. Waffle stomp it
Bathtub's
down.
game.
Just waffle stomp it.
You gotta replace floors at that time. You gotta replace walls. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Call me if the plumbing's fucked up. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, toilet's clogged. I'm moving over to the shower. Shower gets clogged. You still got the sink. There's still one last.
Still the sink there.
Yeah, I got a sink.
Then you
then
got
the trash
floor
can.
drain.
Yeah.
I'm
Trash
pretty
can.
sure we were talking about significant others, not Steve's house sitting. Still.
Steve Steamers.
Yeah.
I'm
God
talking
forbid
about Steve
anyone hears
Steamers.
this and be like, "I'm not going to hire Steve to watch my house for a month." Oh, good.
No.
Thank you. Oh,
We're
good.
talking
Yeah.
about significant others.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
problem
Stanley
solved.
Steamer. It's Steve Steamer.
Steve Steamers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Completely different concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
not.
opposite.
Don't forget if
You have
the
to call
toilet
Stanley
gets clogged,
Steamer after
you can upper deck
Yes.
them
been
too.
in your house.
You can upper deck them.
You can upper deck them. Yeah, you
Upper
got two
deck 'em.
options there.
Yeah. I would upper deck them.
Our shower, our main line got clogged last fall, and it leaked through the garage. It came through the garage light. We had to replace floors and ceilings and light fixtures and electrical shit. It was not a good time.
When she says "we," how much of that do you think McNew did? I love it. We had to do
Well,
this. She didn't do
I
shit.
don't think Chris did it either. It's the money.
So I
No, Chris
didn't
did it, yeah.
physically fix
Chris
it.
does
but
all that stuff.
for
Yeah.
part of it. It's part of
Oh,
my
really?
money went into that. But-
Chris is one of those guys that just can fix like anything, right? Whether
No,
he has time to do it or not.
Chris is quite handy.
So I'm literally so grateful I have a
Right, right.
husband because he saves us a lot of money with that. But I paid for some shit. I paid for part of fixing this goddamn shit.
Yeah.
Let's not start about his furniture moving and wish he can get the damn patio furniture out at the
Right.
right time and
Oh.
back. I mean, come on. His timing on furniture moving is lacking.
I was on his side on that one. I hate to tell
Me too.
McNew. 100%.
I didn't want my new furniture in the goddamn rain. I think that's
It's
reasonable.
outdoor furniture. That's what it's supposed to do.
I want it to be nice and pristine the first time I sit on it. I don't want it to be rained on the first time I sit on it.
This guy
That's
can't
what a
win.
towel's for.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
wanted it to be nice, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there because the dog already ate it. Already looks like shit. It doesn't matter anymore.
Of course.
Oh,
On that note,
not matter.
There it is.
time to drink. It's time
Ruined.
to drink. What is everyone drinking?
Ruined.
They runt it. Tim, we'll start with you. What do you got there, man?
I've got a single barrel with Whiskey Times of Barrington and ABV Barrel Shop from Planters.
Oh, nice.
Slide on the set. Oh,
He talked over his own.
Your own
He
thing.
talked over his own pork.
That's the best one we had too.
that one. That sucked.
Ugh.
Even I didn't hear
We
anything.
heard that
We heard
because
it.
you talked over it.
That
Yeah,
was horse shit. Nah, I lose.
that's
that
one
one
we
I wanna
talked
redo.
over it.
I got Old Rip.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
There was
Macy.
some desk.
I heard like a
Yeah,
computer
it's
noise.
There was no
Just
computer
mechanical
noise. There was no
noises.
desk. There was
I
no
heard a
desk.
beep.
There was some
Yes.
slosh. There was no
It's like
beep.
somebody's honking outside Kathy's house to.
Well, that's
Yeah.
on Kathy, not on me. You can't hold that against me. Yeah. Damn, Florissant got me there. All right.
Fluorescent doorbells.
Yeah, Kathy, what do you got?
I've got
I
puncher
got the lead.
Stevens.
No matter what, I got the lead.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh, that's one we
Great.
don't have. That's one we don't have. Part of the.
Oh, I love that
Are
one.
you serious?
We sold all of them. Yeah, it was.
I was gonna snag that one.
Yeah, that was
Right.
a cool one.
Slide on the set. Oh man.
No, not enough.
No.
Not enough. Not enough.
Looked like almost a plugged toilet with that face. I'll tell you,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was really disappointing.
Yeah. All right, Von Nieters, what do you got? I've got the lead.
Just got some Russell's 10.
She just did a
Ooh, last show pour.
Show 4.
I think
Too bad you don't have any more of those.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
I
don't
should
know.
put some back.
All right.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
Not bad.
That's
That's like
elite.
half gone.
Basically, that's
Great.
half gone.
half gone, half gone. Look
It
at that.
is.
No,
Half
it's not half
gone.
No,
gone.
that is three
That's-
quarters full.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a quarter down.
Whatever.
It's
It's a
a
quarter
pour in a
down.
drink.
Yeah,
You know what?
overstating
You
things.
measure how you need to measure Von Nieters.
Because
but
normally
a
he
woman
throws
is gonna
away.
Tell you
Normally
that's
he throws
three-quarters
away.
full.
Yeah,
This is
it's
the
like-
most empty bottle's ever been. Yeah.
Yeah.
You usually just pour them once and throw them away.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Von Nieters has the lead, but it looks like McNew's got a new bottle here on deck, so we'll see what she's got.
I do. I actually have some Breckenridge Colorado whiskey with a front cask finish.
Colorado.
Colorado.
You guys
Damn.
We gotta go by what we heard. I heard nothing but Tim talking. So yeah.
Here, Colorado.
I think Tim's voice wins the cork pop this
Yeah.
this
That's
round.
right.
Tim's voice.
If that
is the
win,
best.
nobody wins. Football. Here you go. Cheers.
Cheers, gang.
Nothing came out the second time.
All right,
That's
we'll
what
take
she
a quick break, and then when we come back, it's time to Von Nieters Celebrity Bourbon Score. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Bob. I'm in Ohio. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Von Nieters
Yes.
Celebrity.
So we were doing these for a while, and it didn't go well. So we ended up getting in fights and stuff like that. Kathy was butthurt about her score, and the way I scored her. The whole
She's
thing.
getting up and walking away. She
Yeah,
wanted to know her
Everybody,
score.
everybody just left the show.
Yeah,
Well,
McNew
upset.
went to poop.
Upset.
Poop face.
McNew put up
Yeah.
the pooping face, so we know what she's doing. So Von Nieters mentioned those shows though, and I think I'm thinking they were kind of fun to do. So I thought, you know what, we'll do one for Von Nieters. So he is in the bourbon biz now, to some degree. He's one of the newer regulars of the Bourbon Daily, but he's on a popular bourbon show, and so there's some level of celebrity there. And we'll see what his score is. No matter what it is, there may be opportunities for him to grow with that number, but we'll see. We'll see. So, Von Nieters, you want to make the case as to why that number should be high? What do you think about your bourbon celebrityness?
Well, I mean, as you said, I would actually hope that it does have room to grow. To fairly new into here, so if I would, if I'm pretty far now, I would say I don't know. I feel like you guys' scoring would be off.
For yourself.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I don't want a faulty score. I don't want a faulty score. I'm being honest.
Would you like to have some perspective on how these scores have lined up? Because there have been 4 shows.
Please.
Okay, we've done 4 shows with this in here before it crashed and burned. Who's been scored and what they score?
So McNew has the highest bourbon celebrity ranking of 72.
Okay.
It seems so low. 72 is the
72.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Next up is our friend Lenny Eckstein at Deerhammer Distilling with 54.75.
Okay. That sounds right. I mean, he's in the bourbon business. You can say, well, he's in the bourbon business. That doesn't give you a bourbon celebrity score. I mean, if we had to score who's more in the bourbon business, Lenny or McNew, but I think McNew's more well known. I got to be honest. If you put McNew in a room,
pretty accurate, actually.
If you put McNew in a room of people in the bourbon industry, a lot of people know who she is. Whereas Lenny,
Correct.
I'm not sure.
Coming in 3 out of 4 is yours truly, Tim Swyatt, at 44.585.
Wow.
That one's impressive.
I feel like that's kind of where you're at now. Back then, I feel like you should have been lower. That was a generous score for you.
Yeah.
Way too high.
Famously in that show, Becca Sue overrated me tremendously and admitted that and wish she could have changed her score on that show.
Right.
So everybody else coming and where she has to vote, it's going to be a shitter.
Did you get Luke? Was Luke one of your judges?
No, he was not.
Oh, wow.
No. And then 4 out of 4, and hot on my heels is Kathy Cool, aka Cat Strength, at 41.5.
Get out. That's way too high.
Yes. Wow. That's where we're at. There's perspective.
I had Luke Otero on my show.
You did have Luke.
Because that should have been like an 8.
And I think I gave something like that, and you got angry at me.
You gave her a 3. I don't even give her an 8. I think you did. It was an 8.
I think I gave her an 8.
8
that
or
sounds
a 3.
Right.
It's coming in my
head. I feel
head.
like she's moved up since then.
Very much so.
But still not like what Luke said in the 90s. No, I'm sorry. Kathy is somewhat known, but she's not in the 90s. I mean, I wish Luke could come in and judge, Jimmy Russell. It's a 100-point scale, and if Kathy is a 97, what's Jimmy? Oh, he's 97.2. I think Jimmy's a little bit more famous than that. So I don't know. I'm not sure. So,
yeah.
All right. What else can make your case here, Von Nieters?
You've had me on here pretty strong. I try and make a good showing when I'm on the show and whatnot. I ended up creating a whole personality out of being on here.
Okay.
I did my own Instagram and
Von Nieters, yeah. You've got some quirkiness, the turtles thing. You're kind of known for that. It helps people. We have a big cast of characters, so how do you stand out? You can have a look or do something that's unique. The turtles thing, I think, is unique, so that helps you out. I think.
Yeah,
that helps you out.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be coming up quite often. Every time I come in the barrel shop and there's people in there that listen to the podcast, they've always got questions now.
Turtles questions, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to know about what's going on. So, yeah. It'll be interesting. We got show and tell whiskey tasting coming up. Does he bring in a turtle? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to be part of it. Yeah.
Those two.
Show and tell whiskey tasting. Yeah. So should be fun. All right. So now the power shifts. Right there, he had the microphone. He could make the case. He made a very eloquent case. I'm sure. I bet you Luca would be looking well into the 90s. So we'll see what this group is. So, what do you guys think? We're going to start with with KK. KK, what do you think here? Talk to us about what you feel about Von Nieters and his bourbon journey, and then give us the score.
Okay. So
100-point scale, by the way. 0 would be he has no fame at all. 100 being you think he's the most famous person in bourbon.
The scale you used before was Jimmy Russell and what were you?
Who was at the bottom?
One.
They have no bourbon celebrity.
Was it like Eddie Bolton? Like,
yes, but it was. Yes, it was Eddie,
Eddie Bolton.
Yeah, that's what you're using as your bottom of the scale.
So Becca's brother,
That's right.
Yes.
To Jimmy Russell. That's your scale right there. So yeah, that helps. I think. Yeah.
Okay, and we're starting with me.
Miss Eddie.
Start with Kathy.
All right. So I kind of feel like I'm going to start with the number that I'm going to give him, and then I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a 3.
Okay.
And that sounds harsh.
Okay.
But in the ABV syndicate, in the barrel shop, on the show, I think in the shop, you're well known.
His star is rising
His star is rising. But if you went to a distillery, or how many distilleries could you go to that people would recognize you, or if you said, "Oh, I'm Von Nieters," they would, "Oh, that's you." You've been here for a little while. You've got a lot of room to grow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Opportunities.
There's big opportunities.
All right. A 3.
Kathy also knows that we throw away the bottom score and the top score so she can get out of here and have the bottom and knock it out. So now she makes it tougher for the rest of us.
Okay. Tim, what do you think?
Von Nieters, I knew you before as Evan Nieters. I think you have controversially made your name on this podcast with fraudulent activities on cork pops, with constant new purchases of bottles, because I believe your whiskey collection is growing tremendously, and I absolutely am happy to see that. You've become my arch enemy on this one. We're paired together. I do try to counterbalance you because you are the dark side of this whole thing with your personality and things, but that makes what make you special. You have controversial opportunities here to make a nice persona that you have going on here. That's why I am going to rate you, because you've been on a ton of podcasts. You're breaking in here. Go with a solid 25. Just because I have nothing else to do. I want to save some face because I'm afraid what you'll do to me with your Von Nieters personality
of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's a solid representation of future expectations and where you're at currently.
Okay. All right. McNew, what do you think?
Okay, so knowing I'm the highest, I'm only at 76. That feels like a C.
72. 72.
God damn, 70. That's a C at best. Nobody's an A. Nobody's bringing their A game, apparently. So I'm going to give you a 32 because I want you to be like half of whatever I'm doing. But that's a compliment. You came in strong. Like, you came out with this personality. Yes. Steve gave you a nickname, which means he wants you around. So you came in strong. And I like that for you. And I think you're funny. And I like when I see the notes and Von Nieters is on. I'm like, it's going to be a fucking fun night. I love it. Yep. So I'm going to give you a 32. Like, St. Louis loves you. The Barrel Shop loves you. I think you're getting more fans as the days go. Solid 32 right now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Von Nieters, I certainly like Von Nieters. I think that he adds a lot to the show. He's on here. Why? Because I invite him on here. I mean, so the fact that we see Von Nieters on here a lot, I want to have a big group. I want to cast a big net, but then I want to also focus on the people that I think contribute the most to the show and make it a great show. And Von Nieters is certainly one of those people. Now, where's he at on the bourbon celebrity scale? Bourbon celebrities, put you in now to consider you a bourbon celebrity. You're now in the mix with Jimmy Russell. You're now in the mix with Bernie Lubbers and all these great people that we know from the bourbon industry and things like that. And we put all those in a room, And where does Von Nieters stand in that? And I don't think it's a point of shame to not be able to score well against all of those folks. Your Jackie Zykans and all these people, Royce Neely's and Adam Stumps even, or Demetrius Canes. You got to compete against all those people. I don't think that I don't think that you have that sort of name recognition yet. And I think there's an opportunity to grow. And I think if you keep doing what you're doing and you get more involved to do some other things, I think that that'll help. But I think right now, I think Kathy had the number. My number was set before we got started here. That number is a 3.0. 3.0.
Wow.
3.0. Oh. So we'll knock out mine as that. We'll keep Kathy's, and we'll knock out McNew's as the high. That means you have a combined score of 28. That's easy math there. Your bourbon celebrity score is a 14. A 14.
Heck yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
I made it to double digits.
So I think that's pretty good for a guy who's been doing it as long as you have. So I think that's not bad.
That's commendable.
6 months in. Look at him. That's a good
6 months in, and you didn't have Luke on your panel. So if you had Luke on your panel, you'd probably be in the 40s.
Luke on my panel. I was 3 years in, and I got a 40 what?
41.5.
And it should have been an 8.
Yeah.
I should have been. Which is what I gave her. And she threw a fit about it. She was angry. Didn't talk to
she was pissed.
She didn't talk to me for a couple weeks after
I got
that.
lucky.
Yeah. This fellow was very
should have been
personal.
at like a 5.
Now she's been doing it long enough. She has the ability to reflect back and see, like, oh, he was actually providing me a realistic rating.
Yeah. How the fuck do I have the highest score? This is skewed in some way, but
so we need
how many
a
people were scored?
Yeah.
5 now.
Yeah, McNew, going back to the original 4 there, who would have been higher than you? You're saying you can't believe you're the highest score. Who would be higher than you out of that group?
No. I don't know.
I think
so there we go. There goes all the
yeah.
humbleness right there.
I mean, you're the one with the award on your wall for the most.
Yes.
Even though the numbers might not match up, I think the order does.
Yep.
Of these 5 people in their rankings.
My brother posted a picture of my cousin the other day because he's in the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. And my brother posted, who's the most famous McNew? It's got to be Travis. And I was like, says he been on fucking 1,000 podcasts.
Right.
He was like,
I mean, I see McNew on social media. She'll make a post, and I see, Chuck Cowdery or Maggie or Maggie Kimbrell, or these are people from the bourbon. Steve Beam comment on your stuff. I mean, that's because you're a known entity in the world of bourbon. Are those same people commenting on Von Nieters' posts? No, not yet. Maybe they will.
Not yet.
So I think that's part of your bourbon celebrity score. I don't think any of us are as high as those people that I mentioned. I mean, I don't think anybody.
I know McNew likes it to be about her,
right?
And Von Nieters, this show is kind of about you. But are you going to bring back the celebrity scoring?
I don't know. I think so. I like it. I like the format. It's people get hurt because they want to score well. I mean, you think about if we had Steinkamp on here. Steinkamp, he'd want to get the 80 or 90 just because that's what you want to get. Steinkamp's not an 80 or 90.
He is not yet.
Steinkamp is a 1.3 right now. I mean, because he has a brand. Who would know Steinkamp? I mean, seriously.
I know, Von Nieters, you beat Steinkamp.
Of course,
huh?
on my scoring, not necessarily. We'll see. I mean, if he gets Luke, he might be good.
So yeah, if you're going to bring back the scoring, I feel like we need to.
Oh no, he's frozen.
Have the same people doing the voting every time.
Oh yeah, we unfortunately.
No, that's not fair.
I locked up. You guys locked up.
We're an entertainment show, so yeah.
No, that's not fair. You have to mix it up.
Mix it up because you never know. One of the obstacles you got to overcome is whoever your panel is.
Obstacle is like either love you or hate you. It's a crap.
Steve, this brings my question. I'm sorry, McNew, I'm totally over talking you, but I have a really important question.
Okay.
Do you decide the show topics first or the guest first?
Guest. Topics are based on who's on the show. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I write them based on who's on here. And sometimes we can go a deeper dive depending on who the group is. And sometimes it's just fun ones. And sometimes this group is, this is a fun group and it's knowledgeable and we can do whatever. So, yeah. We had a lady in the shop this past week. She's from Australia. She's married to a guy from the local area. So she lives in St. Louis. Been here like 14 years, but goes back to Australia at least once a year, which is kind of cool. And I asked her to come on the show because I wanted to get the perspective of what is bourbon like in Australia. And she said she had a good feel for that. But she's like, you should really have my husband on because he knows bourbon. We don't need bourbon experts. No. We need interesting people is what we need. We don't need... what do we need? Someone who's a hobbyist that's really into bourbon? We don't need any of that. We need people that are good for the show. Yeah,
that's exciting. Did she agree to do it?
Well, no. I gave her my card and said, "Hey, I'm asking you to do this. If you want to do it, I'm not going to ask you here because I don't like putting pressure on people because it's easy to say yes, I want to do it, and then they leave and they're like, oh God, what did I do? So I was like, here's my card. I want to get you on the show. If you want to be on there, email me. She hasn't emailed me, so I guess not. But we'll see. Maybe she'll.
Neat though.
Well, he may be butthurt that he wasn't asked.
Yeah, he may be like, fuck that guy. You're not going to go on that guy's show.
Not going on that guy's show. I should be on that show. I'm going to know about bourbon.
I know bourbon. You don't know bourbon.
You.
She's like, crikey.
Crikey. That's a knife. Can I be on your bourbon show?
Yeah, we did some of that stuff too. So maybe she was like, oh, I don't want to be on with these people, because she was talking about alcohol, and I was like, for instance, I know you guys call, Foster's, that is beer for you guys. It's interchangeable, which is not. They don't even. I don't think they. I think Foster's is actually an American thing. I don't think they have Foster's in Australia.
It's definitely an American advertisement.
Right. I don't think they don't care about Foster's in Australia. They may be down there somewhere, but it's not anything they even.
I feel like that's like their PBR. They're like, oh, nobody's really drinking that.
Isn't Foster's Australian for beer?
Yes, that's what I tried to say. Yeah.
Australian for beer.
So we tried to get her to tell us what is the quintessential Australian food, and she's like, well, it would be
Vegemite.
No, that should have been the answer. Or chicken salt is what I came up with. I was like, I guess it's just going to be chicken salt. But then Jim said Vegemite. I was like, yeah, Vegemite is the thing. But she was coming up with everything that was, from England.
It's on the Barbie.
No, that is not a thing. That's 100%. That's not a thing.
Was she raised in England and not Australia?
No, she was like fish and chips, and we're like, no, that's English. If you're gonna say fish and chips, what country do you think that belongs to? You're gonna say England. And then she's like, well,
on the outback.
And then she's like, oh, bangers and mash. 100%. That's English. That's not. She's like,
well, of course, not a bloomin' onion.
She's like, of course you know Australia. Yeah.
A bloomin' onion.
You do know Australia is English. We're affiliated with it. I'm like, well, so are we.
Prison colony.
Right? They're a prison colony.
Yeah.
No, so what was your relative imprisoned for? Tell us that then, I guess.
Yeah.
What's your family history? What are we all there for?
You're eating fruit bats? What are you eating out there?
McNew? I bet there are a lot of ghosts in Australia.
I do. I really do need to do an Australia show.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get her to come on and then she'll tell us all about Australia.
If she doesn't, I think I do a pretty good Australian accent and I could pretend to be her for one entire evening.
Sounds like Kyle Neely.
I like she had to tell us what she's like. Believe it or not, I'm not from St. Louis. I'm from Australia.
Oh, no shit.
Really? I thought that was South County accent. I didn't know. Yeah.
I think we should have KK do an accent and come on and we should interview her.
Maybe
we'll
all have accents.
Podcast.
I can do, you can do the rich guy. I'll do, you little ne'er-do-well. I'm from Ireland. Don't you know?
I have a little bit of a story. So I was in Miami with a friend, and at the time we were young, and she worked at MTV, and there were other people there, and one of them, people in Miami, one of them needed a ride, and she needed a ride to a club, and she was trying to find her friend. So she's in the back of the car, and she's like, "Mitch, where to the feck are ya? Mitch, where to the feck are ya?" So I've got the feck area down. I think she was Scottish.
Oh. Sounds Irish though.
I was gonna say
Sound like an
from
Irish
Boston.
accent there. Yeah,
Could be, yeah. Either way,
Yeah.
nobody here is really going to know. So
No.
We're not going to know. No.
we're not going to know.
Well, there you go. There's a show. Von Nieters comes in with the 14. He seemed fine with it. Who knows? Hopefully he's.
Yeah. I'm fine with it now. I just won't talk to you for the next 2 weeks. You know?
Just like Kathy.
Yeah.
Right.
So angry. Well, there you go.
No.
Well, we'll wrap this
That's right.
show up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me working on my celebrity status at Von Nieters on Instagram.
All right, Kathy.
You can find me working on my accents at Instagram, KK Castrate.
Okay. All right, Tim.
You can find me anxiously awaiting Von Nieters Poppins to increase his celebrity status.
Yeah, maybe he'll start
so-
the Von Nieters Poppins
The
column.
Von Nieters Poppins show.
Wow.
I'm looking
That'd be
forward
good.
to that one. A little scoop for everybody on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right, McNew.
You can find me on Instagram posting thirst traps, bourbon, and unhinged thoughts.
And 4th of July.
Where?
flowers.
And 4th of July posts.
Yeah. For me, I'm an easy guy to find him at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got the company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. So it's a great place to come in, check out new whiskeys, maybe experience some things. And of course, we just like talking whiskey. So come by, hang out with us, and see what we've got going on there. abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang farnets. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
See you, everyone.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.